Good morning in there, out there, in here, out here. Welcome to Sentimentalist. Hi, Mark. Vivi? Vivi's nose. Wait a minute. Vivi's nose. Oh, babe. Wake up time. Right, Viv? Hey, we had such a nice day yesterday, didn't we? We were all over the place. Let's put our phones out. Should turn that off in case we get a ring, and we don't want that. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you about something you ought to buy. This is a skunk shampoo hair conditioner. Look at that, right there. Everybody. Snake oil time. Nature's miracle. Get rid of that skunk odor if it attacks your dog. That came from Kathy McCookie, who came over to visit, and that was our housewarming gift. And now she said she's very relaxed about. You're going to stay here. Stay down. She's very relaxed now. She's been worrying about Vivi here getting skunked. She doesn't have to worry about that anymore. And this is her one. I sat down and read the whole book. New book, Paper Sky by Kathy McCookie. Isn't that a beautiful cover? And wow, could she write a prose poem? I just rather say a poem. It's incredible. They're so just everyone different and takes you to a different world. Yeah. And holy cow, we had ready. I got a whole lot of stuff, but I'm talking too fast. We had 5 turtles. 5. And I found a little one at the front door. He wanted to come visit. He was this big, about a little bigger than a quarter. And he was at the front door. And there were 5 on the logs out in the pond. Those soft shell turtles, with the little snout. So how you doing out there? We also had visits from Kevin and Amy Miterman. They live out in North Dakota. Kevin is one of the great, and truly great, guitar makers. He makes them for Leo Kottke, probably the best guitarist. I don't like the word best, but he's just, exceptional. And they have an 80-seat room in their house. So they have guitar people come and play, and wow. It was just a beautiful visit. And Amy's a weaver and a cat rescuer. Yeah. She's a weaver and a cat rescuer. And Kevin is a former plastic surgeon and now a guitar maker. Yeah. Well, I have to remind you, and I hope it's not egotistical, coming right up, August 2nd. Just get that Zoom. All you have to do is Google Cavan Carey. Those are 2 counties in Ireland, Cavan and Caddy. Cavan Carey Press. And you can get an RSVP. You just hit the little thing, it says blue RSVP. And you can join us on October 2nd with James Cruz, wow. And Rosemary Watola-Tromer, wow. We're going to have fun. They're just such a joy to be with. And you'll have one little hour that'll just, I promise, October 2nd, 7 o'clock with Kevin Carey. And then on October 2nd, Sarah Goy at the library here has set up a launch of the new collection. And that's at 6:30 here at the Saugatuck Douglas Library. And I'd love to be with you. That's not virtual. That's the real thing. We can chit-chat. As Grandma used to say, we can chit-chat and we can have some poems read and just have a really nice evening. If you can get there, because, we don't get to see each other. Everything turned after the pandemic virtual. It'd be so good to be with you. Yeah, and let's see what else we have. Julie's brother's daughter, Katie, and her dad, Bob, did an Ironman. Whoa, what did they, isn't that it?
Did an Ironman. I thought
They did an Ironman, yeah. Yeah. Holy cow. What a daddy-daughter thing, huh? I could say to Meredith, let's do an Ironman. We'll take a walk down to the pond. And feed the fish. Oh dear. Wow, isn't that something though, huh? Well, I do. Also gave 4 people the wrong address, and they called from the phone and said, we're down at the dog park. You don't live at the dog park, right? And oh dear, I gave them 134th Street Avenue instead of 138th Avenue. 4 people. Including Kathy McGookie and Mary Ellen Geiger and her friend Carmen. Oh, what a wonderful visit with them. Mary Ellen Geiger is one of the most remarkably versatile artists I've ever been around. She can do anything. She makes native flutes, and she played her flute. She does not illustration, portraits. She does painting, music. It's remarkable. It's remarkable. And it was interesting. Oh, I don't have it right here, but Natalie Dykstra's book that I talked about called Chasing Beauty, that got all the New York Times raves, full page New York Times book review. Holy cow, without a nitpick. And I'm reading it, and it's mighty fine. I just said mighty fine. No, it's mighty fine. Well, anyway, Mary Ellen Geiger walked by. She went, you had that book. I want to read that book. That's the next book on my book list. So that was a sweet little, don't you love those little, I don't know, they call them 7. I think it's about a half difference from Kevin Bacon living in a house. I don't know what I'm talking about. Is that okay? I hope that's okay. I don't know. Let me see what else we have here. Oh my gosh, Kathy McGookie brought a pie. A blueberry pie with a crust, blue ribbon, National State Fair. Is there how can there be a National State Fair? I'm really having a morning. You know why? Because we have a dishwasher repairman coming. Yeah, and we're all on edge because a dishwasher's not working. See, we bought this house, and we bought it without knowing that almost everything had worn out. So we might have a fundraiser. Get ready for a fund me, whatever it is, to help us repair things. Holy cow. It's a wonderful place to live if you want to live in a pond. Otherwise, you have to repair everything. Holy moly, coly, woly. Meredith's doing well at school. She comes home smiling. Today is sports day, superhero sports day or something. Yesterday was superhero. She wore a cape thing. Yeah, today she's wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's Jersey Day.
It's Jersey Day. Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, sweetie, you're really sleeping good today. Sweatshirt, kind of sports, whatever it is. Football uniform.
Jersey,
yeah, jersey. Of the Steelers. Or, as we say in Pittsburgh, Stillers. MR Stillers and that. You want to learn to speak Pittsburghese? It was, what? Oh, read a banned book. It's banned book week. Read on. Buy one. Go to the library. Support your librarians. They're under so much pressure. And it looks like librarians, they live with that stereotype of, oh yes, I'll check you out. You owe 10 cents because your book is an hour overdue. That's not it. They are really under the mean-spiritedness of banned books. Do you know To Kill a Mockingbird's, I think, the #1 banned book? What are they talking? Charlotte's Web? I mean, it's comic if it weren't so scary and terrible and awful. Well, then burn them. Can you imagine these images that we thought we'd never see from the 30s and 40s happening? Wow. So help out that librarian, and you know, when I read, they'll ban my book. I got stuff in there that those people don't like. That'd be something if they banned a book of poems. They're already banned. Who reads? Nobody. Yeah. There's a French poet, Francis Ponget. Why are you a poet? So everyone will leave me alone. That's what he said. Well, we have about 5 minutes left. Kevin Carey had their 25th anniversary, and I think I told you about why I really want to be with Kevin Carey, because of all the good works they do. That not good with that phrase, but they have special series called the Laurel series. Some of you might really find very helpful. They're memoirs, not how-to books. They're memoirs of people who have survived severe trauma, health trauma, tragic trauma, etc. And that's the Laurel series. And then there's, I think there's several series, but the point is that they give so much money and hundreds of books to people who don't have books, to hospitals. I've told you this, but gee whiz, support Kevin Carey Press. That was the dream of Joanne Cusick Handler, who was a former psychiatrist. We toasted her, 20-some of us. There are 135 books she's published. And she had certain values when she started the press. They had to be books made a certain way, with end flaps, certain kind of papers, print. Everything was a value for the reader. The whole thing was, I want books that are beautifully written. That was an insistence. There was an aesthetic value system, and then after that, for the reader. Who's the reader? What's this book for the reader, etc. My book of basketball, about the world of basketball, they printed that because they thought, well, that'll help encourage some people who think they're afraid of poems to read poems. They really have reasons like that. So Kevin Carey Press, give them a look. And the last thing is, there's an article written about moi by Jeff Monroe that's fascinating, actually, if I read it. And then next week, Rose Postma has interviewed me, and about a poem. She asked me about a poem. And I talk about the poem, read the poem. So you might enjoy listening to that. It's 3 minutes long, I think. So, that's important in your day to just stop. Look at something you look at all the time, but look at it again for the first time. Yeah. Well, here's a little poem called He of the Long... I need a slurp. I haven't had a slurp. He of the Long Wait. Every morning he invited the wind into his open window. Then he would lean out and, believing the trees were listening, would whisper, "Welcome back." He wanted the weeds to nod, for the birds to carry his breathing to their nests. In the afternoon he sat in the theater of sparrows, juncos, nuthatches, under the loft and languid passing of clouds, and imagined applauding the man 2 doors down who walked by with his 3 dogs. He loved the ubiquity of time. In his basement he had a puppet stage, painted pale blue with a crimson curtain, where each night the puppets, a rabbit in a beret, a mole with a walking stick, a man with a beard full of nettles, and a woman holding a golden basket of pears, talked about their day. And then he went to sleep, the sky deepening behind the ceiling of stars. You take care, be kind, try to be cheerful. Thanks for being with me. And Viv.